Asutosh Satishishima. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Kori Vaishnavinde ki jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se ko Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasri Gaur Bhaktivedanta ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Syama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki jai. Sri Jumunamai Gangamai Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaur Pramananda Haribo. All glories is some devotees. All glories is some devotees. All glory is some devotees. Jai Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 17, Text 20, Punishment and Reward of Kali. Apatarkyad Anirdesyad Iti Keshav Api Nischaya Atranurupam Rajase Vimrisha Swa Manishaya Apatarkyata Nirdeshyat Iti Keshvapi Nishchayaha Atranurupam Rajarshe Vimrisha Swamanishaya Apatarkyat Anirdesya Iti Keshvapi Atnischayaha Atranurupam Rajarshe Vimrisha Swamanishaya Apatarkyat Anirdesyat Iti Keshvapi Nishchayaha Atranurupam Rajarshe Vimisha Swamanishaya Bhaktakyat Anirdesyat Iti Keshvapi Nishchayaha Atranurupam Rajarshe Vimisha Swamanishaya Apatarkyat Anirdesyat Apikeshapi Nishaya Atnarupam Rajarshe Vimisha Swamanishaya Apatarkyat Anirdesyat Iti Keshvapi Nishchayaha Atranurupam Rajarshe Vimisha Swamanishaya Apatarkyat Anirdesyat Iti Keshvapi Nishchayaha Atranurupam Rajarshe Vimrisha Swamanishaya Apatarkyat Anirdesyat Nishaya Atranurupam Rajarsher Vimishwaswa Manishaya Mataji's Apatar Kyana Nirdeshyad Itikeshwapya Nishaya Atranurupam Rajarshe Vimishwaswa Manishaya Apatarkyat, beyond the power of reasoning. Anirdeshyat, beyond the power of thinking. Iti, thus. Keshu, someone. Api, also. Nishchayaha, definitely concluded. Atra, herein. Anurupam, which of them is right? Rajarshe, O sage amongst the kings. Vimrisha, judge yourself. Swa, by your own. Manishaya, power of intelligence. Translation. There are also some thinkers who believe that no one can ascertain the cause of distress by argumentation, nor know it by imagination, nor express it by words. O sage amongst kings, judge for yourself by thinking over all this with your own intelligence. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The Vaishnavites, the devotees of the Lord, do believe, as above explained, that nothing can take place without the sanction of the Supreme Lord. He is the Supreme Director, for he confirms in the Bhagavad Gita 15:15 that he is all-pervading Paramatma, stays in everyone's heart, and keeps vigilance over all actions and witnesses all activities. The argument of the atheist that one cannot be punished for one's misdeeds unless one's proved before a qualified justice is refuted herein. For we accept the perpetual witness and constant companion of the living being. A living being may forget all that he might have done in his past or present life, but one must know that in the same tree of the material body, the individual soul and the Supreme Soul, as Paramatma, are sitting like two birds. One of them, the living being, is enjoying the fruits of the tree, whereas the Supreme Being is there to witness the activities. Therefore, the Paramatma feature, the Super Soul, is actually the witness of all activities of the living being, and only by his direction can all living being remember or forget what he might have done in the past. He is therefore both the all-pervading impersonal Brahman and the localized Paramatma in everyone's heart. He is the knower of all past, present, and future, and nothing can be concealed from him. The devotees know this truth, and therefore they discharge their duties sincerely without being overly anxious for rewards. Besides that, one cannot estimate the Lord's reactions either by speculation or by scholarship. Why does he put some into difficulty and not others? He is the supreme knower of the Vedic knowledge, and thus he is the factual Vedantas. At the same time, he is the compiler of the Vedanta. No one is independent of him, and everyone is engaged in his service in different ways. In the conditioned state, such services are rendered by the living being under the force of the material nature, whereas in the liberated state, the living being is helped by the spiritual nature in the voluntary, loving service of the Lord. there is no incongruity or inebriety in his actions. All are on the path of absolute truth. Bhishma Dev correctly estimated the inconceivable actions of the Lord. The conclusion is, therefore, that the sufferings of the representative of religion and the representative of the earth, as present before Maharaj Parikshit, were planned to prove that Maharaj Parikshit was their ideal executive head because he knew well how to give protection to the cows, the earth, and the Brahmins, religious principles, the two pillars of spiritual advancement. Everyone is under the full control of the Lord. He is quite correct in his action when he desires something to be done by someone, irrespective of the consideration of the particular case. Maharaj Parikshit was thus put to test for his greatness. Now let us see how he resolves it by his sagacious mind. Apratarkyad anirdesyad iti te swapi nishchayaha atram nu rupam rajarshe nimrisha swanimishaya. There are also some thinkers who believe that no one can ascertain the cause of distress by argumentation, nor know it by imagination, nor express it by words. O sage amongst kings, judge for yourself by thinking over all this with your own intelligence. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jananjana Shalakalaya Chaksur Unmiritam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto his lotus feet. So herein, Srila Prabhupada is giving the understanding of our real philosophy. There are many different philosophies, even within the Vedic conception. Just like the karma mamamsa philosophy, that by one's activities, if one just performs one's activities very dutifully bound, then one will get the good result. We have a wonderful example of Krishna preaching this karma mimamsa philosophy, and it's coming up very soon, in about 6 weeks, when Lord Krishna was witnessing that the residents of Vrindavan, headed by Nanda Maharaj, were all beginning to worship Lord Indra, another type of philosophical error, because their reasoning was that Lord Indra is providing the rains, and without the rains we wouldn't get the proper grains and fruits and vegetables by which to live, and the cows could not graze in the fields if the fields were not properly watered. So they were performing a sacrifice called the Indra Yagya. And Krishna was not very happy. Baby Krishna told Nanda Maharaj, "Why are you wasting your time?" And he explained to Nanda Maharaj the karma mimamsa philosophy of Jaimini, that you're performing your prescribed duties nicely, automatically the grains will grow, the fields will be fertile, and the cows will get their grazing, and we'll be able to subsist with the cows and the grains and the fields. And he explained to Nanda Maharaj that just by performing our activities properly, this is the karma mimamsa philosophy. Do your karma, do your duty. I lived my life. I did everything I was supposed to do. Why this is happening to me, this is explained here in the purport, that this is not the proper philosophy. But Krishna was tricking Nanda Maharaj by spouting this philosophy, when in actuality, as explained here and in the Bhagavad Gita 15:15, Sarvasya chaham ridi sanivisto maktak smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedaischitzarvayar aham eva vedyo vanantakrid vedavid eva chaham. Everything that is coming from Krishna. He is the source even of the Vedas. Krishna is the source of everything. And we learn from the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it's not by karma alone, but actually karma na daiva netrena jantur deho upapataye. Striya pravishta udaram pumsareta kanashraya. Karma na daiva. By one's activities and karma, and daiva, by the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one takes on a particular body, one is born in a particular womb of a particular mother and has a particular birth, and has activities that are outlined. So Srimad Bhagavatam explains it's not just karma. And Krishna was also explaining, don't just worship Lord Indra. Don't perform the demigod worship because he's supplying the rains. But worship Govardhan Hill. Govardhan Hill is supplying so many wonderful things. Let's take everything that we just did for Lord Indra, Krishna told Nanda Maharaj, and offer it to Govardhan Hill and perform Govardhan Puja. So Nanda Maharaj agreed with Krishna's explanation and the philosophy. And so many nice preparations of foodstuffs were prepared, including rice, dal, sabji, pakoras, sweet rice, halava. What did I miss? What is it? Ladu, puri, kachoris. He knows best. He knows better than. Offering so many, what else? So many nice preparations for Govardhan Hill. So Lord Indra, being a little bit puffed up, being very puffed up, he became extremely upset that this ritual of Indra Yagya was being stopped, and Krishna had started this Govardhan Puja. So he summoned his Samvartaka cloud to cause rain and destruction on the residents of Vrindavan. He wanted to punish them for giving up his worship. And the Samvartaka cloud came and caused so much disturbance. But Krishna, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Srila Prabhupada describes in the pages of his Upanishad, he lifted Govardhan Hill with the pinky of his left hand and made it like an umbrella to protect all the residents of Vrindavan who came under the shelter of that Govardhan Hill, while the floods of the Samvartaka cloud, the Samvartaka rains and showers were coming by. And Srila Prabhupada describes that Krishna didn't have to lift weights to be able to lift Govardhan Hill. For a normal human being, there's a process. You can learn how to lift a cow, a bull. It Prabhupada explained in one lecture. By lifting the cow from the bull when it's first born every day. And as it's growing, you're lifting it every day. So one can lift weights or go to the LA Fitness and power lift. But Krishna didn't engage in any such powerlifting or training, weight training. He lifted Govardhan Hill, massive mountain, with his little finger, this pinky of his left hand, to protect all the residents of Vrindavan. This is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We don't have to have the philosophy that if we just perform our work, if we just worship the demigods, this story is showing, if we just worship Krishna properly, if we just have faith in Lord Krishna, then everything will be taken care of. Just like Srila Prabhupada gives the example, the Vedas state, Yasmin tu stay jagat tu stam. That if one satisfies the root of a tree, automatically every other part of the tree becomes satisfied. Or if one gives food to the stomach, automatically all the limbs of the body become nourished. Yasmin tu stay, jagat tu stam. So by serving Krishna, automatically everyone becomes satisfied. All the demigods are automatically served. One's forefathers, one's parents are automatically served. One's country, someone could say, I served my country. Vaishnavites, they've also served their country. Because by serving Krishna, you serve everyone and everything. Thank you for your service. They say nowadays, someone has served that, thank you for your service. So we should say to each other, besides accept my obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Haribol Prabhu, thank you for your service. Such great service you've done for your country, for your countrymen, for the planet, for Krishna, for the demigods, for your parents, for my parents, for everybody's parents. Thank you for your service. Great service. By serving Krishna, automatically you've performed great service, and automatically everything is taken care of. So herein, they're trying to determine what is the cause of the suffering and what is the cause of distress upon different living entities, how to mitigate that distress. And as we'll see in the next pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, as Srila Prabhupada points out in his purports, and we should understand that Srila Prabhupada's purport is Srila Prabhupada's transcendental ecstasy. He even said that. These purports are my transcendental ecstasy. When we give our realization, that's nice. Srila Prabhupada said you should speak and give your realization. But Srila Prabhupada's speaking, his purports are his transcendental ecstasies. There's a humongous difference. Don't be confused. The transcendental ecstasy and our today's realization are vastly different. And one should always understand Srila Prabhupada's purports, Srila Prabhupada's teaching is so incredibly transcendental. And our understanding, although may have some glimpses of transcendence and a little bit of ecstasy here and there, is our realization, our stage of realization. So, in this regard, it's being pointed out that the devotees know that everything is coming from Krishna. Just like all the residents of Vrindavan, after Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill, of course they knew before, but especially after, and even Lord Indra, he came to Krishna and offered his prayers. I was so puffed up, thinking that I am the cause of the rains, that I am the source of happiness and distress for the residents. But I understand that you are the source, and you are the source of my power and my energy. You are the source of everything. So this understanding that Srila Prabhupada gives us throughout his books, and especially in this chapter, that is Krishna consciousness. We become conscious that everything is dependent on Lord Krishna. Not a blade of grass moves without the sanction of Lord Krishna. If there's something that happened that's seemingly derogatory, that's Krishna's mercy. And something that's happened that's wonderful, that's Krishna's mercy, Krishna's grace. The devotee accepts everything as the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tasyaiva hito prayate takovido nalabyate yad brahmatam uparyada. That, what is that verse? Tate nukampam Susamikshmana Bunjana Evat Makritam Vipakam. When what was it, Gajendra? Huh? I think it was Gajendra was put in difficulty. Then Gajendra was praying that, my Lord, you are the source of the difficulty, you are the source of the relief of difficulty. Let me be constantly absorbed in offering prayer to you. The elephant Gajendra was in a fight with the crocodile. And the crocodile had pulled Gajendra, the king of the elephants, into the water. And the water is the fighting place of the crocodile. The elephant's fighting place is on the land. So the elephant was Gajendra was at a disadvantage. But with whatever energy he had, Gajendra offered the flower. I think it's the cover of 8th canto. Huh? Is no longer? Used to be. Was. Confirmed. Was the cover that Gajendra offered flower to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That we offer everything. That whatever our karma, whatever the will of the Supreme, that is, we accept as Krishna's grace. That is Krishna's mercy. Sometimes Krishna's pouring his mercy in what we think is favorable. Sometimes we think it's unfavorable. But actually, when we're put into difficulty, is usually a great opportunity to think of Krishna more deeply and with more heartfelt feeling. Because when everything is going nicely, just like I think I've said before, but we were on a plane trip and everything was going nice. The peanuts were offered to Krishna and very nice. We offered it. They gave some lemon water. We were having great flight. And we were thinking, isn't life wonderful? All of a sudden the captain announced, put on your seatbelt. We're going through some turbulence over Illinois, whatever it was, Ohio. There's a big storm, winter storm, and we could feel the plane starting to fall and get pushed and pulled by the wind, just like when one is on the highway. I have a Honda Fit. I think it's called 4-cylinder. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the Honda Fit, if you go in that one area of 5 North where the wind blows, you're tossed and turned and have to hold very tight to the wheel because the wind is blowing the little car all over the place. So similarly, our plane was plummeting and coming back up and plummeting again. People were coming very disturbed, and devotees immediately, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. We no longer thought that the peanuts were that great. We no longer were relishing the lemon juice, whatever it was. But we were praying to Krishna to please take care of us. Please save us. So sometimes when one is put into difficulty, or one is put into a serious, difficult situation, it's impetus for one to surrender to Krishna further and pray more and give training so that when that time actually comes, when the greatest difficulty of this lifetime comes, the end of this life, we will be thinking of Krishna and can return to Krishna service and engage in devotional life. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. No question.